Daf Mem Zayin, Perek Azov, Refuah Shalema for Sarah Bas Dina. The Gemara discusses a law of Rav Huna. If one says, Mechor li be'elu, sell it to me for these, referring to an undetermined amount of coins in the buyer's hand. The first interpretation of the Gemara is the buyer acquires the purchased item when the seller takes the coins. By not caring about the exact amount of money he received, it resembles barter more than a sale, where the exchange is based on an approximate rather than precise value. However, the seller has a claim of price fraud if the buyer pays a sixth less than its value because he said, sell it to me, which denotes a sale. The second understanding of the Gemara is that it is of no consequence that the buyer said, sell it to me. The seller has no claim of price fraud since he accepted whatever the buyer offered. The next discussion in the Gemara concerns chalipin, where the parties were particular about the value of the items exchanged. Rava concluded that the parties being particular about the value of the items of the exchange does not transform it into a sale because both are naturally concerned about value. However, in order for the barter to be effective, all items of the exchange must be acquired by the new owner. If one party offers a cow and a lamb for a donkey, the donkey does not change owners until both the cow and lamb were acquired. In addition, the Gemara stands with its previous understanding. Rav Huna does not hold one can use coins for chalipin. We explained on the previous daf that he holds, like Rav Yochanan, that Dvar Torah ma'os konos. Money consummates a transaction from the Torah. The Rabbanan delayed it until the buyer acquires the merchandise to ensure the seller will care for it after he receives his money. They instituted it only in common transactions. Our case, where the seller accepts the coins without knowing the exact amount, is uncommon. The next discussion in the Gemara is whose sudar kerchief is used. Number one, Rav holds it belongs to the one acquiring the item. He gives this in addition to the money to finalize the deal immediately. He holds like the Tana that it was Boaz who removed his shoe to gain rights to redeem his relative's land. The second opinion is Levi. He holds it as the one transferring the item. The recipient gets the item by way of the sudar. The Gemara explains that the mechanism is not similar to a kinyan agav. One cannot convey land to another by way of a sudar. The Mishnah in Kiddushin explains this form of acquisition works only in the reverse. He acquires movables by way of land. It is based on the pleasure the conveyor receives by the recipient's acceptance of the sudar that influences his resolve to convey ownership. He holds like Rabbi Yehuda that it was Elimelech's closer relative that did not want to redeem Elimelech's land, but conveyed the right to Boaz by removing his shoe. The next discussion in the Gemara is what can be used as the item of chalipin. Number one, Rav Nachman holds only utensils since the verse says, na'alo, his shoe. The term l'kayim kol davar refers to what can be acquired by way of a shoe or another utensil. The second opinion Rav Sheshes holds, even produce, because the verse says the kayim kol davar. Na'alo teaches it has to be a complete item. The next discussion concerns a documented kinyan sudar that reads, B'mona de kosher l'miknaya bay, referring to the proper manner of such a kinyan. The Gemara explains the exclusion of each term. 1. Mana, a utensil, excludes produce and a repulsive utensil. 2. Lemiknaya excludes Levi. It is the item of the one acquiring. 3. Bay, with it, includes a coin or a utensil forbidden for benefit. Some say the term kosher excludes forbidden for benefit. The next discussion is defining what is an asimon. Rabbi Yochanan explains it is a non-minted coin. Both Rabbi Dos and Rabbi Shmuel hold they can be used to redeem Ma'aser Sheni because it says v'tzarta kesef, anything that can be bound in one's hand. Rabbi Akiva holds it means a coin with an image. The next discussion concerns the Machlokes Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish concerning ma'os konos. Reish Lakish holds Mashicha, the acquisition of the merchandise, is from the Torah, because the verse states, O kono miyad amisecha, meaning davar haniknem miyad liyad, something that passes from hand to hand. Rabbi Yochanan, who holds the buyer has to acquire the merchandise, is a rabbinic institution to protect the buyer, refers to an accidental fire where there is no arson to accuse. The term miyad excludes land from price fraud, the law discussed in that verse. The Gemara proves Rabbi Shimon's opinion that whoever has the money can renege on the transaction can only fit the view of Rabbi Yochanan that money acquires from the Torah. Rabbi Yochanan explains the Rabbanan that both can renege. Rabbi Shimon, only the one who has the money, as how far did the Chachamim go to ensure the merchandise of the buyer. According to Rabbi Shimon, it suffices to allow the seller to retract if he finds a customer who is willing to pay more. According to the Rabbanan, he has to suffer a potential loss by the borrower retracting in the event of a fire.